It's been a while since I've played GTA Online, but I'm ready to make memories again. The sun is shining and a new update just released featuring Dr. Dre, who used to date Eminem or something. Before we check it out, I realize I need some ammunition and weapons, and so I drive down to one of my local stores. As I walk in, the clerk gives me a friendly wave. Guns and a great attitude, how wholesome. As I leave the store, I realize I've been set up. An Oppressor MK1, a Congeali tank, an Oppressor MK2, a Toreada, and an APC. If I'm careful and calculated, I should be able to take these big girls down. Meet Thickman, a retired assassin who is on a mission to become the most powerful crime lord in Los Santos, whilst also ensuring he stays sufficiently hydrated at all times. These are the boys, and together they form a feared gang known as the Sons of Virgins. These are their stories. So I spend $2 million on the new music producer building. For this update, you have to do these missions in public lobbies, so it's going to be red hot. As I arrive, I'm immediately gunned down by some dodgy Malacca who's guarding the entrance. I take the high road and shoot them in the face with a scoped rifle and then send him a message saying suck on D's nuts. You can't afford to be soft in the rap game. I walk into my new building and old man Franklin welcomes me to the industry with open arms. Lamar's here too, it's like a story mode reunion, you love to see it.
Knock, knock, my politically incorrect racial epithets. What that shit do?
The building itself is impressive with multiple levels and great views. I even paid extra for this apartment that comes with this big ass television, but it's nowhere near as glorious as the TCL TV. Hi, my name's Modest Pelican, and I'd like to present to you the TCL TV. 75 inches of 8K Ultra HD Mini LED quantum dot technology and HDR10+. In other words, the picture quality on this bad boy will have you going outside and complaining that the real world is low resolution. That's what IMAX Enhanced with Dolby Vision gets you. As you can see here, I put cameras in Stealthomato's bathroom so we can watch him shower. I thought we were going to go with the nature documentary. It's got built-in speakers and a subwoofer for Dolby Atmos surround sound. Best of all, for us gamers, it's got a variable refresh rate of up to 120Hz. When gaming on this TV, your frames are going to be higher than I am from 8 PM onwards. It comes with Google TV so I can pair it with my phone. Hey Google, play my funniest YouTube video.
I'm sorry, but none of your videos are funny.
The TCL and I are giving away one of these TVs, so click the link in the description to see how you can enter or buy one for yourself. TCL, inspire greatness. So yeah, this building's got a very young money, cash money vibe about it. I feel as if my low quality Pelican logo takes the shine off the hustle feng shui, but it is what it is. The absolute best thing about it is that Chop hangs out here. You can pat him and everything, it's exactly what we all wanted. I decide to look through my telescope as nothing says world star hip hop like appreciating the various star constellations. I then notice something very strange. It seems to be Stealthomato contemplating life. He then proceeds to throw himself off the bridge onto the highway. The next time you're drinking a glass of water, pour some out for our homie. Fortunately, suicidal deaths are silly and fun in GTA, so we can now prepare for business. We sit at either end of the table to demonstrate how serious we are. The screen is literally shaking because of oppressor missiles. Good old public lobbies. I sit down at my computer and pick a mission. Vehicle recovery. I was getting ready to spit a hot 16, but I guess being a repo man is just as good. Outside of the agency, there's an absolute bloodbath, which is unironically great for our image. As we're about to leave, some dude called Salty Oz wants to get into our car. I decide to be kind, but the cheeky boy had a 5-star wanted level, which we now have due to being associated with him. This is the most betrayed I've ever been in my life, and I was a high-ranking Soviet officer during World War II when Germany deceived us. You can't trust anyone anymore. Naturally, I dump him on the highway. While he dies a painful death, I'd like to take a moment to appreciate Stealthomato. He's been in 100 of my videos and is cute as heck. Love you, bro. Alright, enough cutesy, let's steal this car. We infiltrate the facility and there's some scientists cowering pathetically. We burn them alive as no good music albums ever release without several people suffering. Do you know how many people Adele waterboarded in the lead up to her latest album so that she could empathize with their pain and channel that emotion into harmonious song? 30 people. 30 people suffered so that we could listen to inspirational music. I'm finally beginning to understand this industry. We steal this truck, and I believe there are monkeys in those crates, but don't quote me on that, I'm not really sure. It's not like it's my job to pay attention to the smaller details while recording footage. As we're making our getaway, I figure I better get into my Deluxo so I can escort Marto. This random lad called Pakia Dave then decides that he's going to give us a helping hand. He just starts pushing Marto along the highway and I can barely keep up. Pakia Dave's got real desire, but even more impressively, he's got a dump truck. I'm not joking, Dave's thick as hell. Keep it up, Dave. We've got to do a few rudimentary missions before we get to the main course, and our next job is saving one of our associates. As we're rolling out, a helicopter flies overhead, which is sketchy. Although at least it's not an emotional teenager on an oppressor who's projecting his parents' recent divorce onto us via heat-seeking missiles. Marto and I spot an opportunity to finesse the man. We wait for him to run up to our car and hop in, and then at that moment, we sprint for his chopper. Alien Eddie 3000 will be curling up in the shower crying and talking to his therapist about what happened here today. It'll be his Vietnam. We land the chopper, save the high-value target, and then when escaping, Thick Dave comes back and proceeds to hydrate my helicopter, which normally I'd be pretty psyched about, but in this case, it leads to a violent death. I love where Dave's head is at, and I'm especially fond of his virtual booty, but I do what I have to do. Kill them both and find a new lobby. Sometimes Chop takes naps on the various pieces of furniture around the agency. What can't this pooch do? What a king. We're now able to start the big boy missions, and I also realize you can get the receptionist to call you in a chopper. Franklin has organized a round of golf with Dr. Dre himself. Dr. Dre has achieved so much in his life. I mean, the man discovered Eminem and 50 Cent and now is in Grand Theft Auto 5 playing virtual golf with Stealth-O-Mato and Thick Man. Talk about a career highlight. Dr. Dre, I'm sure you're watching this, and I'm just wondering why I didn't get signed to Aftermath Entertainment after I dropped that rap song a couple of years ago.
My shit tight, can't get hit up on a battlefield or in real life with a shit KD, boy, but it's alright. Fabian talk tough, but he on Fortnite. Ooh.
You know, everybody knows that is a classic, essential album.
Marto and I decide to wear matching golf attire, which we find way too amusing. Nothing says fire bars like matching pink polos and baby blue snapbacks, let's get it. Dr. Dre is disgruntled because these posh daddy's money's boys want to kick him out of the club, so we'll say we'll help. With Franklin sitting next to me in the golf cart, it just feels so nostalgic. So you might be thinking, how do we plan on ensuring Dre doesn't get kicked out of the club, as Franklin asked us not to kill anyone? So are we going to have a serious conversation about ethics, or perhaps taking legal action and sort it out in the court system? Well, as it turns out, Marto has his own way of negotiating. We also beat the other guy to death with our clubs on the pier, which would be much cooler if we weren't dressed like Wendy's employees. Thick Man looks like he just disappointed his parents. Sorry, I didn't mean to kill him. Dr. Dre is so impressed that he wants to work with us. We decide to celebrate by riding the roller coaster. Marto, however, ends up in quite the predicament. This is metaphorical though, as it's just like the emotional roller coaster of life. Sure, you might not be in your seat where you should be, but it's okay to be different. Although being different may see you ostracized from society and lead to depression and eventually a truly awful death. The moral of the story is don't be different and instead be a slave to trends. I should really start doing motivational talks at schools. We hop back into my Deluxo and fly back to the agency. It's crazy how bad we were at Grand Theft Auto when I started this YouTube series compared to the absolute gods we are now.
I thought that was going to be really cool, and I thought I was going to...
I did the same thing, bro.
Why?
I panicked. Some of Dre's unreleased music has been stolen, and he's decided that we're the firm to steal it back for him. Chop then walks out and straight up dies. I was genuinely upset by this, but it turns out he was just high. Chop chopped himself a bowl and punched a few cones. Seriously, what can't this pooch do? And to figure out where the stolen music is, we need to break into the FIB building. It seems quite drastic breaking into a government agency, but we need to ensure the album launch party is a great time. A fun fact that almost no one knows, I actually might be the first YouTube channel to show this Easter egg off, but FIB isn't just random letters. It's a clever play on words and a parody of the real government agency known as Homeland Security. We seamlessly break in. While the download happens, we need to fight off waves of FIB agents. I just smoke because Marto pulled out a grenade launcher and kept killing them before I could do anything. Smoking is a great habit and against popular belief is actually good for you. That's why I'd like to thank today's second video sponsor, Marlboro, introducing the new fun-size ciggies for toddlers in a new range of goofy colours. Of course I'm joking, but Marlboro, you should probably send me some money. We now have a lead on the stolen music. I sit down at my desk and log on and notice that our company name is F. Clinton and Partner. I guess we're partner, and my god, did Franklin do us dirty with the branding? He's so lucky there's no option to kill him in the single player story, or I'd go and do that now. Marto had to go and do something in real life. Probably to bang a really hot model or cure some rare neurological disease or something impressive. I decide to use this opportunity to head over to Franklin's house. As our new partner in the business venture, it's wise that I vet him properly. He really is an old man now. Check out the family car for his kids. It also looks like he's bought them the best toys ever. 9 buckets and 7 beach balls. I guess he shops in bulk. I proceed to take a USB drive from his patio table that has some music track on it. I'm trespassing and stealing music, which is a questionable choice as it's the entire reason Dre is so pressed. I guess that's what you get when you refer to Thick Man as partner. Mato comes back 6 minutes later and we prepare to follow the lead to a local nightclub. It's unclear why he's driving a hearse. I only really became aware of this when I started editing the footage. Maybe it's because he murders vagina. Not sure if that makes sense, but to my 5.6% female demographic, if a guy picked you up for a date in a hearse, would you A, giggle and give him a smooch, or B, have consensual physical relations right there in the coffin wagon? Let me know in the comments. We move through the nightclub garage, being as stealthy as we can, which really isn't that stealthy. Mato really wants to do the DJ emote, but he can't figure it out, so I just start shooting their toilet paper supply. If we can't find the stolen music, then at least we'll win the war of attrition. We steal the security tape, which should guide us to our next clue. Also, Mato finally found the DJ emote. This is surely the content you guys like and subscribe for. We now must get to a yacht that's quite far out to sea. The sun is setting, and I'd be lying if I said this wasn't a little bit romantic. As we approach the vessel, we decide to attempt an exciting knife-only challenge. It goes horribly wrong. The resistance is strong, but we do our absolute best to eliminate every single person that seems threatening. The craziest thing about this mission is that it isn't fiction. These missions were based off real events. Dr. Dre actually had his music stolen and then had his boys raid a yacht to get proof of the theft. His boys then escaped on jet skis and made their way to the airport where they stole a cargo plane. They then did barrel rolls over the city to make men, women, and children smile, which ended racism, and then they flawlessly landed the plane outside his production studio. This all actually happened, it's crazy. Enough with the history lesson though, it's time to steal the song back. We put on matching outfits again and make our way to the casino. There's a party happening and we need to infiltrate the premises undercover. We reach the right floor and then I notice something strange. It's my cleaning lady that cleans my casino penthouse apartment. She's only pretending to clean though, just like I'm pretending this isn't the start of an adult film that I watched last night. And cleaning ladies really get me going. I think I just value the way they fastidiously cleanse entire buildings. The party is pumping and we seamlessly blend in by standing close to each other and holding hands so that everyone knows we're bros and not Dr. Dre's soldiers. We then aggressively punch beers and throw the bottles on the ground so that everyone knows that although we're not straight out of Compton, we are straight up littering everywhere. Might not have grown up in the hood, but I haven't recycled since 2017. Call me Lil Lady Littlebug. Mato then straight up grabs the laptop without overthinking it, which kind of undervalues this entire covert operation we're running. This inevitably leads to a massive shootout. It was a highly stressful and chaotic situation, and the poor cleaning lady was caught in an unavoidable crossfire. We flee to the car park, and fortunately there's luxury vehicles everywhere. Mato proceeds to choose a blue Prius as he thinks it's what Dre would have chosen. We deliver the stolen bag to the agency and we save the day. Well, actually, there's still 2 more copies of the stolen song, but we'll cross that bridge later. Easy 120,000 though, and I've been making money this whole time, so I decide to invest into a brand new Astron. I mostly got it because it's such a great replica of the real life Porsche Macan. I get it modified and go for my favorite red paint, and yeah, this update seems really good. I'm going to go and visit my family finally after about a year or so I'll be away for a few weeks. I love you guys, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support on the videos. I don't really concern myself with numbers, but we just hit 1.5 million subscribers, which is absolutely crazy to me. Thank you so much and Merry Christmas. I'll see you in the new year.